Yeah, so this check, the person that they contacted that has the check has never heard of you.
Okay.
Watch how this man tried to outsmart the bank, but got shut down instantly.
Hello.
Hi.
But
How's it going?
good.
You mind having a seat for me? So what's going on today?
Nothing.
You brought in a check,
Yes.
and the check's not good.
It's not.
That's what I'm hearing.
But the check was written to me
By who?
by the person who wrote the check.
And who is that?
That's the people that did some work for.
And what work did you do?
I just do any kind of work that they ask me to do. Roofing, any kind.
Okay, what work did you do for the money?
I did some roofing work. I did some subcontracting work that involved some roofing repair.
Okay. And they paid you by writing a check?
That's correct.
Okay. And so why wouldn't the check be good?
I don't have any idea.
Okay. Alright, do you have any weapons or anything on you?
Of course not.
Do you mind standing up for me just so I can patch down, make sure you got nothing?
Yes.
Alright, go have a seat for me. What's wrong with the check?
The counterfeit?
What do you mean by that? How is it counterfeit? Thank you.
The person who is the signer has no clue who this gentleman is.
Gotcha, okay. Anything to say about that?
No, I didn't really hear everything, but
Yeah, so this check, the person that they contacted that has the check has never heard of you.
okay. I mean, the people wrote me the check. I came to check and pass it.
Gotcha. Okay, so who's it that you work for?
I subcontract
I know, but who was it that you did the work for?
for these people right here.
What are the people's name?
They're on the check. I mean,
How long have you been working for them?
no, it's just off and on.
Just off and on. For how
I mean,
long?
I subcontract for anybody.
Okay, but do you know the names of the people?
I know the names of some of the people. I mean, they wrote me the check. I just brought it in. I'm just cashing a check.
They didn't write it because they've never heard of you.
Well, that's what I'm hearing now. But I mean, that's not what. Why would I think that when somebody writes me a check?
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have another officer. They're on their way right now, and we're gonna make some phone calls and figure out what's going on. But you're gonna hang out here until we get all that figured out.
All right. I just don't understand what the deal is.
I mean, it's not a real check. That's
I mean,
what the big deal
I
is.
hear you what you're saying that, but I have no way of knowing that. You understand what I'm saying? I have no way of knowing that the check's been written to me is not a real check. Okay. You might be better than speak to.
What's going on today?
Listen, I was given a check. I came in to cash it. They went to the back. They waited for a long time. I was sitting here waiting patiently, and then he comes in.
Okay.
He's talking to them. They're saying the check's not real. I have no way of knowing that the check's not real.
Do you have an ID?
She's got it back there.
Okay.
He gives you the check. What do you guys do from there?
I pulled it up on the system. So there's another check that someone cashed today for like the same dollar amount, but different check number.
Gotcha.
So then I went down a little bit and pulled up a check that already cleared. The type is completely different than what he's showing. And usually when it's big like that, it's fraud. I'm in my 18th year. And it's always Tampa ID. So that was my red flag, is a Tampa ID. But I went through and none of those checks are the same.
Okay, so the actual writer of the check said that it was not confirmed that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any paperwork or documentation, an agreement that you signed to do work on this residence?
No,
With your company's name?
no.
Did you have to pull
I
a
don't know
permit
how-
or anything to do the work? Did you do over 10% of the roof?
Listen, I don't understand.
I'm just asking questions.
I
'cause
understand, and
if you have a permit that you worked on the roof, if you
What I'm
have
thinking
any,
at this point is I should just shut my mouth and sit here and find out what's going on, and you guys have to do what you have to do, and I have to do what I have to do. I mean, I don't know what else.
do you have the name of the contractor that you're subcontracting
I
for?
think I'm better to just shut my mouth and wait and let this unfold.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm not saying that I don't believe you. I'm just trying. Like I worked in construction for a long time, so I know how that works.
Right.
Is this your bank?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It's the bank that the check is going on.
Okay, so this is the bank of the person that wrote the check.
Yes.
The person that wrote the check, is he the person that gave it to you?
I don't know. That's what I thought.
Do you work for a business or are you self-employed?
I'm subcontractor, self-employed.
How do you have a car? Did you come here?
I was dropped off. The car's probably waiting for me.
Who dropped you off? Like a friend?
A friend of mine.
They're not part of the.
No, they're not nothing to do with anything except transportation. Because of the whole nature, I've got 3 police officers in there, and the lady goes out on the back and acts like she's making.
What's your first name, sir?
Rodney.
Robbie?
Rodney. She's got my ID.
I know, but I'm asking you.
RODNEY.
Okay. What's your current residence?
Tampa, Florida.
You got driven here all the way from Tampa?
I'm sorry.
You said you got dropped off, right? You live in Tampa.
My ride should still be here.
No, but you got
here.
somebody brought you here all the way from Tampa to
Yeah.
cast the check.
Just to pick up my check, yeah.
Oh, to pick up your check?
To pick up this check right here that I just now tried to cash.
Where'd you pick it up at?
I picked it up from the person who just handed it to me.
I know. Do you remember the address of the work?
It was just down the road.
So he's gotten money off from another check on the same account.
Today?
Pretty obvious. All these questions I'm being asked, I'm saying I don't want to answer any more questions. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah. Go. That's fine.
So, pretty sure that's my right.
That is your right. I'm just trying to see if there's a way that I can
answered
verify.
everything the best I could, and it's just going in a circle now, so.
So what she just told me is that he just cashed a check in the county for the same company. And he just got cash out.
There's also
What was the bank?
another check.
The same one. They're different branch.
Hello, this is Mitch.
Hi, Mitch. This is Officer Homo of the Sarasota Police Department.
Good. What can I do for you?
So I'm assuming you've been in contact with the bank already, or they've been in contact
Yep, I
with you?
just got off the phone with him like a minute ago.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out how this gentleman has any association with you, and if you've approved any work from this gentleman, or.
Nope, I just got him my expense sheet, and I don't have a single check ever in my entire company's history made out for the amount of money that he has cashing.
Okay. And you don't know a Rodney, correct?
No.
Have you had any roofing work done for one of your businesses recently?
Roofing work? No.
He's saying that he did subcontracted roofing work for a shingle roof and some soffit and fascia.
No, my roof on my factory is steel, and that's the only building I own.
Okay. My second question is, it looks like he's already cashed a check out of another bank in the county,
Okay.
and you just want to verify whether you're looking to pursue charges for the theft of that and the fraudulent document.
Yeah, we will. I mean, obviously I want my money back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I get some information from you real quick, sir?
You can disclose it to me. I can tell him.
Well, I mean, once I disclose it, there's nothing it's already disclosed. I need some sort of agreement or something first.
What kind of agreement?
I mean, it's obvious that I'm just a freaking,
So someone else wrote the check. Yeah. So was he trying to get the money for himself, or was he trying to get it for you?
no,
Did he
for
send them off?
For himself. So you were giving him a
And he
portion
would
of
give me
it.
some of
That's
it.
right.
Good for doing
And
it.
you can fill that in
Using
your
my
on that
ID
check.
and coming in and cashing it. Type of deal.
Like I said, it was.
Sure they took off.
Yeah. I don't remember pulling up. I'll have to go back on my video. Did you talk to the owner per se?
Said, yep, I have no idea who that is. I've never hired anybody to do any roofing work, and my roof is metal, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he admitted everything to me, just sitting there. But he was trying to work out a deal.
I know you said whatever you said, but I have to read you your rights first,
right,
okay? So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney, and having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
Possibly, yes.
What's really happening today?
So as I was explaining to him, well, first of all, before I say too much, I want to know how this helps me by saying anything.
Well, at the end of the day, if this is a big operation,
I don't know
we're
if it's a
going.
big operation, but-
Well, it's bigger than you. I'll reach out and speak to one of our detectives. I don't know how far this has gone. If this is the first time you've ever done this with this guy,
Yeah.
if you know anybody else that's working with him, he's not out there now, obviously. After.
And that's the other part is I don't even know how to reach them as far as like calling them or anything like that.
Right.
They always came to me.
In person,
Yeah. Well,
they haven't like texted your phone, called you
They'll
to.
have, they may have, my phone is like lost or stolen, I'm not sure. They did call it several times, they said, but I don't have it, so I can't. They pulled up to me at a bus stop, literally, and asked me if I had an ID, and I said, yes, I wanted to make some money. All right, that's how it happened. Okay. So they drove down here and they gave me this check to cash. I haven't been paid yet, and I don't know what, and blah, blah, blah.
So was this was the third bank today then that you've been to?
This would have been the third place.
Okay. So how many people were in the vehicle with you?
There was one guy driving and the other guy setting the shotgun. He's like the boss.
If you were to see these folks in like a lineup or something, would you be able to identify them?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you don't know like nickname, first name?
Listen, I don't know them at all.
I know, but they weren't talking to each other with nicknames?
They were kind of quiet, and it seemed like when they dropped me at the one place, and then I would walk into the bank. When I came back, they weren't there. So I kind of like just aimlessly walk around for a few minutes, and then they'd show back up, and I'd get in the car. So they were moving while I was in there.
Okay, so I spoke to my supervisor, explained to him what's going on.
Yeah.
He's going to call our criminal investigation department or our detectives and see if they want to either come down here and speak to you, or if we take you to the station and they can speak to you there, and then they have the power to do more than I can, right? I appreciate you being honest with us.
It's just a stupid move. I mean, I'm not that desperate.
Okay. So things that we can do to try to find this vehicle, right?
Well,
you left the bank.
My tablet is in the back seat. If I log into my Google
That's
account,
something for
it will
that's
find
going to be
that-
something.
It will find it.
Right.
And if it finds the device, it will literally tell you right exactly where the device is. It's in the back seat of that car. Do you understand what
I know.
I'm saying?
I want to ask you a question.
Okay. But that's the road.
And when you got to this bank, you were on that road going north?
We were going south. Oh, no, we were going north. Yeah, that way.
All right, Rodney. So our detectives are going to speak to you, okay? So I'm going to take you to our police department where they can interview you and speak to you there.
All right.
I'm going to put you in handcuffs because I'm going to transport you in my vehicle, okay?
Yep, I understand.
All right, I'll try and put it above so that it doesn't... How tall are you, sir?
6'7".
Oh, Lord. You should be playing basketball.
I'm 64 years old.
Yeah, you can probably still do it. You don't even have to jump.
Well, believe me, that's not, 6'7" is not tall by basketball standards.
That is true. That is true.
64 years
Well, what
old is
about
by basketball
what about hockey? Do you ever think about playing hockey?
I did not.
You're the perfect hockey height. All right, we're going to walk over to my truck.
Although I did grow up in Indiana on a lake that froze over, so we did.
My truck's kind of to the left here behind. Do you have anything on you I need to be aware of?
No.
Do you have any of the cash from the...
I have cash on me, but it's not from that.
And then a candy.
Oh, yeah.
You got candy in there. M&M. Ready? Hop on in. I'll get the seatbelt on you. Yeah, just sit there.
All right, I see.
They set this up so that
I got you.
no, it's super easy. Bam, buckled in. Let me get the air on back here for you, and then we'll take a drive over to the station. All right?
Yes, sir.
He was charged with fraud for falsifying a banknote.